Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here. In fact, there's something the opposite of growing. There's something that has been very recently cut. Guys, watch us on YouTube so you can see my dank new haircut.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm looking fresh.
Yeah.
Ponytail's gone.
Okay.
My COVID self has disappeared. I am once again clean shaven and short of hair.
Okay. Well, I've kind of got a
little shag
potential
going.
I've got a potential ponytail situation going.
You do. You can do it.
Yeah.
That's about what I just had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan's the new ponytail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it. It's the summer here is just so hot, and my hair is black. And I was trying to do cardio the other day, and I was just getting fucking cooked. And I was like, you know what? You know what goes well with trying to lose weight? Literally cutting some weight off of yourself. Let's get this fucking hair gone. Plus, I was so bad at upkeeping my hair. Like, I was not washing it nearly enough as it deserved. So I'm going to go back down to short for a while. The main impetus was I was thinking with the upcoming Sad Giants album cycle, what do I want to look like for the album cycle? What are people going to, think of me as in that era of the first album of Sad Giants? And I wanted to go back to my kind of pre-COVID look, clean shaven again, got the hair and the up thing. But I'm gonna go back to the beard eventually, just because I hate shaving.
Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely.
I shaved yesterday, and I'm like, got stubble and some razor burn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
I shaved 2 days ago, and I'm so itchy right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shaved like Friday night, and now it's Sunday, and I'm like, I'm so fucking itchy. I want to die. So I'm like, I want to get the beard back.
Yeah.
Because like I actually do plan on losing some weight again. That's always the plan, and I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. But what goes well with that is being able to actually see my face. So I figured, once I get into the groove of it, and I'm like being more consistent, then I'll let the beard grow again, because I know I'm actually doing it and I'm not just trying to hide my fat face. So
fair enough. Yeah.
So we're going with the true jawline this time.
Okay, nice.
So everyone can join me on the weight loss journey as I try to reclaim my youth, because this is also the last time that I'm probably going to have not a bunch of gray hair, both in my hair and beard. So I figured, like, let's shorten it up, get it looking cool. Because, 5 more years down the line, when I'm like long haired and bearded again, I don't know that I'll have nice non-gray hair to go back to. I'll be damn near 40 by then. So yeah, it's just, I must reclaim my youth.
Are you 35 now? Are you 35?
No, I'm not that old. What year is it? 2025? I'm turning 33 this year.
Okay, nice.
33 this year. So that'll be coming up. And I just keep thinking, like, I'm not getting any younger, so I might as well get the last of this elasticity in my face on display for any videos or photo shoots that are coming up,
Yeah.
Mainly, the thing that got me is I was watching Bad Religion's Decades series. The punk band Bad Religion has albums from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. So they did 4 distinct decades of live performances, pulling from each decade.
Okay.
And I was just watching their 90s one, and they were going back to when they were all like in their 20s, but going into their 30s. And it's just like, they were just talking about how like young they were back then. And now they're all in their like 50s and 60s. And I'm like, fingers crossed I make it that far, but I got to show off the youth that I still have left in this face, despite its rapid disappearance over the past few years. Boy.
Well, like I said, that one time at that one comedy club that you have a video performance of me of, the older I get, the more concerned about my mustache going bald. That's a legitimate concern. It's not just a joke.
That's what makes the joke even better.
Okay.
Is that not only is that a dumb one-liner, it's also
Yeah, it
true to your
is.
heart. So that makes it
Yes, it
like
is.
both
Yes.
observational humor and one-liner
Yeah.
humor. It's a wonderful
Yeah.
joke.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
As a
Yeah.
man with a bald mustache that doesn't grow quite in all the way,
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
rough. It's rough out here.
Oh, you have a patchy mustache?
Yeah, it doesn't
You
grow in the
have a
middle.
good you have a good goatee.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't realize it didn't grow in the middle.
yeah, it goes good down
I
the sides. It's just like right in the
Yeah.
middle doesn't ever want to connect. But you're not gonna see it again for a while. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
a clean boy. And
Yeah.
really, this
Oh.
is just like I am planning to use as much discipline as I can through the end of the year because I have to be disciplined enough to finish this fucking album.
Yeah.
The plan
Yeah.
was for me to be done by now.
Sure.
The plan has become we got 2 more for drums to record. We got like 5 more bass tracks to record, and I got
Okay.
like a dozen more
Oh.
things to record
Yeah.
on my end. So like
Yeah.
we're over halfway there.
Nice.
But we got a little bit of that summer heat, and we were like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
let's get outside
Yeah.
and feel the sun on our skin." And we dropped a little behind, but
Okay.
the new plan is discipline. I'm gonna get this band in check. We're gonna get that album in check. I'm gonna get my sweet body in check for all these photos and videos, and then
Nice.
hopefully be in touring shape because
Yeah.
we just tried to play 1 gig in LA last year, and I was so out of shape after just like a car ride. I was so exhausted. I couldn't play a very good show. I played an all right show. We had a good time.
Okay.
But I'm like,
Okay.
I'm so out of shape. I can't like have a good show if I have a stressful day. And I just need to be able to pull it together, get that cardio in, power it out there.
Some of what you said. I'm down like 20 pounds.
Hell yeah, man.
I weighed in right at a crisp 200 the other day. I had gotten up to 220 when I was just eating like half of a thing of ice cream at night every day. I was just like, I don't care. Yeah.
It's also got to be tough when it's just like you in a house with so many other people, and you're just like, I just have to kill time, but I can't. I don't want to kill it with any of these people, so I'm just gonna be in my room hanging out.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah,
but
it was, but
glad you're on the mend,
past
man.
it.
Yeah, I'm glad you're doing better.
Things are going so great.
And you know what you do when things are great, Jonathan?
What?
We look down on others from our superior vantage point in the world.
Oh, do we now?
Yeah.
Do we?
I'll share the screen with you now.
Okay, yeah.
Since we're doing a little bit of both. We're getting the whole thing.
AITAH is, am I the asshole for yelling at my teacher after she lost her father? That's probably correct. You probably are the asshole for doing that.
So there was a lot of hot ones this week where I don't think anyone's coming out unscathed, and this one's like one of the tamest ones. So you've already said it. So like 5 months ago, obviously a teenager writing this, like 5 months ago, my teacher's father died. It was a year ago, but she only came back from her break 5 months ago. Anyways, she had been moody ever since she came back. Last week, I, 15 female, was sitting in geometry taking notes, and for no reason at all, the teacher, 30 female, yells at me that all notes must be virtual because we have iPads, which, by the way, isn't even a rule, but writing things down and looking them on physical paper helps me memorize things better. Whew, okay, that was the first sentence. Okay, that was the first period we reached. Anyway, she told me that it would keep me from paying attention. I was distracting the whole class and pulling her away from teaching. She then uses me as an example of how kids are disrespectful brats and shot me a dirty look when she sat down. And she told me if I did anything else, she would send me to the principal's office because she didn't have the energy for this BS today. So I just shut up because I knew she might be going through a hard time. But my friend offered me some gummies maybe 10 minutes later, and there was a no eating rule in her classroom, in quotes, because people eat all the time. But she yells at me again, not my friend who passed me the gummies, but me specifically, Her actual words were, "Are you actually trying to be disruptive in class today? It is not okay for you to blatantly disobey me, and I told you this. I will call home and you're going to the principal's office to explain that you don't follow the rules and the clear expectations I set." Almost as if she wanted me to be in trouble when I stood up. As I was walking out, I wanted so badly to be that girl and give a witty comeback that I said, "Sorry for your loss, but just because your dad died doesn't mean you get a free pass to be bitchy today." And I slammed the door. Nobody even reacted, so kind of embarrassing. I feel really bad about this, and that was definitely a poor choice of words, but my friends now have a debate on if I was the asshole. So Reddit, can you settle this? Am I the asshole? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know you're the asshole too. You even say it in there. Like, you just wanted to be witty, and the first thing you reached for was that her very recently deceased father isn't an excuse for her to be mean to you. She could be having a bad day for any number of reasons, first of all.
Yeah.
And one of them could be you. You don't sound like you're, the best student. So
no. I feel like there's a lot of commentary we didn't get.
Yeah. I want to hear what one other kid in the classroom, like a kid in a corner who was quiet the entire time, just like, this kid was just like, I don't know, she was being a dick to the teacher a little bit, but the teacher was taking it badly, and that'll happen. But then she just stood up and yelled that the teacher's dad was dead and ran out of the room, and it was fucking gnarly. There doesn't always have to be a winner in a situation. There can be two losers.
Yes.
And there were in this situation.
Yes.
That teacher may not have been her best self that day. But also, she just got some shit thrown in her face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not chill.
Yeah. And also, why did you say gummies?
That made me... I immediately jumped to weed gummies.
Yes. That's where I was at, too.
Like this badass little teenager... is just doing edibles in class, being like, my teacher with her dead-ass dad keeps ragging on me for eating weed in class.
Yeah. For real.
I don't know. This kid's an asshole.
This kid is an asshole.
But I think she is redeemable. Teenagers don't understand empathy yet, and this is one of those moments they get to think about for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
When you think about some shit you're going to say to someone.
Yeah.
Which happens to everyone.
This will be a good learning moment for her.
Yeah. If somebody has a recently deceased father, you don't throw that shit in their face when you're feeling a little bit petty. You save that for the big petty.
Yeah.
Like, if that teacher was just like, "And I fucked your boyfriend," that kid would be like, "You're a pedophile and your dad's dead." That's when it would hit. I'm trying to give these kids roasting lessons instead of be nice to your teachers. They make like $40,000 a year, bro. They could be working at Walmart for the same price. All right. Really short one, very obvious answer. Am I the asshole for not returning a small box of my ex's things that she left at my house? Me, 33 male, her, 32 female, dated and lived together for about 5 years. She moved out almost 2 years ago, but we stayed friends with benefits for a while. She has caused me more pain than I've been with, and about 1 month ago, I decided I need to move on and remove her from my life. A few days ago, she texted me asking if I can drop off her boots and a small box of things she left in the garage when she moved out. Am I the asshole for not responding or making an attempt to get the stuff back to her? Give her shit back, bro.
Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about this. And this was not a clear yes or no. Definitely give her shit back, but also why is it taking 5 years for him to give her shit back?
Because this guy is, I think it's only taken like a month for him to get her shit back.
Oh,
because she moved out 2 years ago, but they stayed friends with benefits, which may be an excuse for her to have a box of shit. But like, she should have gotten it within that 2 years.
Yeah, she should have.
And then now that it's like a month later and he's like, "I don't want to talk to you anymore," she's like, "Can I at least have my box of shit?" Yeah, give her your shit.
Yeah,
don't have any excuse.
Yeah, give her the shit. Yes.
So it's like, I get that this guy wants to be petty because he doesn't like this girl anymore, but like, give her shit and move on, bro.
Yeah.
All right, that was a funny.
Fair enough. Yeah.
This one, am I the asshole for leaving my ex because he was always high? Bum, bum, bum. All right.
We're going to have to hear this.
So for context, I, 18 female, was in a relationship with a guy who was literally high 24/7. That wasn't the only reason I left, but it was definitely a big part of it. I just got tired, mentally, emotionally, everything. It felt like I was dating someone who wasn't even there. He was never really present in the relationship. During phone calls or even serious conversations, he was completely out of it. There was barely any effort or empathy from him. I'd open up about how I felt, and it was like talking to a brick wall. He'd stop for a while and we'd start doing okay, but he always would relapse. It's become this exhausting cycle, and on top of everything, the weed made him paranoid. He started accusing me of random things. One time he saw a video of a girl doing the deed, and just because she had the same color hair as me, he made me prove it wasn't me. That honestly broke something in me. And I understand some of you would think that he used it as a way to cope with problems in his life, but he didn't even have some deep trauma or painful background he was trying to escape. He comes from a very comfortable life. He's financially well off, has two loving parents, and has never been through anything major. He just felt like he was choosing to live in this numb, disconnected state for no real reason. Meanwhile, I've had guy friends who told me they gave up smoking for their girlfriends, and I always wondered why he never wanted to do the same for me. I wasn't asking him to change everything about himself, just to show up. I guess the truth is, I wanted to experience something real. I wanted a relationship where I wasn't constantly fighting for his attention or begging him to care. And eventually, I just had enough and I walked away.
Well, okay, so when she says he was high, she means on marijuana.
Yeah, she just means weed.
Okay.
This is an 18-year-old
Yeah.
who has no idea that her boyfriend just sucks, and she's trying to blame the weed.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah. It's okay that she walked away.
Yeah, like, you're not the asshole for leaving him because you should have left that guy. He sucked.
Yeah.
But you can't blame his personality on the weed because it sounds like he's a bad person.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, weed doesn't turn you into a bad person. Weed makes you do nothing. And if this guy was already doing nothing,
he just doubled.
He was just doing more nothing. So it's just like, you know how paranoid and shitty he would have been if he was just watching porn sober and trying to accuse you of shit? You know, like, this guy got high, watched porn, and was like, my girlfriend's cheating on me. That's not a weed thing.
No.
That's a this dude sucks thing.
Yeah.
Whoever's watching porn and then is, instead of just coming like a human, they instead are like, I'm jerking off, but now I'm mad at my girlfriend. There's something wrong with you, man. So yeah, you're not the asshole for leaving this guy because he was high all the time, but you didn't leave him because he was high all the time. You left him because he sucked ass.
Yeah.
He saw a video of a girl doing the deed, and just because she had the same color hair as me, he made me prove it wasn't me. And I don't think that's a thing any drug can do. That's 100% just that dude.
And for the most part, substances are more revealing than they are anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that guy felt comfortable enough to be that awful of a person and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Some people will do absolutely nothing in their life completely sober, just fine.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
And they will do it with militant discipline.
Yeah, they'll kill you for their right to do absolutely nothing.
Yes. Oh God. That is true though.
That's the America we live in. And,
it is.
For that same reason, we're not going to do a man or bear this week.
Okay, good.
Wouldn't you know that just a bunch of Iran and Israeli drones or missile strikes and a bunch of mass protests does not make for the funnest news segment?
No, it does not. Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, I guess. But let's see. I've been joining the comedy community slowly again. It's fun to watch other new comics go back through that excitement, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
They're like, I'm not going to feel that way again, but watching other people get like so neurotic about it, I'm like, you're thinking about all the wrong shit right now. You're not thinking about writing new jokes or doing better on stage at all right now. You're caught up in all the other shit.
Yeah, it's like watching toddlers at birthday parties just run around, just going crazy.
Let's see. What else I've been doing? I've been recording Sad Giants shit. I've been up in the room. I got new strings on the Gibson back here.
Ooh, you've got a Gibson?
Yeah.
Show it to me. I don't think I've ever seen that of yours. years.
Les Paul Studio. Woo.
That's dope, man. You've got a Les Paul.
Yeah, boy.
Hell yes. Yeah,
I've been doing leads mostly, so I wanted to get the full range of the Les Paul out.
Nice.
Hit my little, like, I don't have very intricate solos, so so I just had to have that guy. Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, this is my Gretsch.
Hell
and
yeah.
This is, you've got a Gretsch too.
This is my Gretsch.
Yeah, nice.
Gretsch talk. Right here.
Yeah.
We're Gretchen out, guys.
Yeah, I did see.
The Petri dish brought to you by Gretsch. I don't know what it would take to get a podcast sponsored by a guitar company.
Yeah,
we'd probably have to have more guitar in it.
Yeah. Like
I'd gladly re-record the theme song with all Gretsch equipment.
I've always been a cheap guitar guy, and that's what I stand by. I mean, they make plenty of good gear for relatively cheap.
Like, I'd rather have a $400 guitar that I have poured all my love into than a $2,000 guitar that I absolutely don't want to touch.
Right, exactly. Yes. And that's like my Gretsch. My Gretsch cost me $600 out the door, and I should have gotten a case, but I didn't. I didn't even get. I gotta get a case
for mine too. It just hangs up on the wall all the time.
Nice. Yeah, I've got mine on a floor stand. Yeah.
Man, I've had that Les Paul for a good 7 years now. Oh, wow. And I only just got this case back here for it like 2 years ago.
Nice.
I used a soft gig bag for so many years with Sad Giants, and then my bassist Quentin, he was just like, fucking get a case. Do you need to use mine? I'll give you mine for right now. And he let me like use his case a few times, and then I was like, I need to get one.
Yeah, you just need to get one. Yeah. That's the same boat. I'm in the same boat, rowing up the same river bullshit.
Yep, that's us. We're just always boating around in some shit.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of boats and shit, there's apparently a documentary out called The Poop Cruise or something. I don't know. Somebody sent me a link on my phone, and it was like Netflix documentary. Dookie on the high seas or some
Poop
shit.
Cruise refers to the incident involving the Carnival Triumph cruise in February 2013.
Okay, yeah.
An engine fire left the ship adrift in the Gulf of Mexico with over 4,000 passengers and crew facing a lack of power, air conditioning, and most notably, functioning toilets. The resulting sewage backup and unsanitary conditions led to the nickname Poop Cruise.
Okay, see?
Yeah. Holy shit. I was like, there's no way Poop Cruise is going to pop up. And Netflix, #1, watch Trainwreck, Poop Cruise.
Okay,
it's that exact thing.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. That's Jonathan's pooping segment. Oh shit. Hold on. We have a graphic for that.
It's time for Jonathan's pooping update.
Okay, so update on my poop. Still feel like I'm backed up for like 15, maybe 30 years. Still got.
It sounds like you need to go on a full poop cruise.
Yes.
Full steam ahead. Full steam enema.
Yeah. Dude, I've done enemas. Okay, so one time I was trying to figure out what was wrong with me and why I wasn't pooping right. And so I had to give myself an enemas before I went to the doctor's office. And then I went into this lab. There was a lady who put a water balloon up my butt.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, okay, now you got to poop this out and I'm going to time you. And I was like, what am I pooping out? And she was like, don't worry about it, you'll see. And
terrifying.
Yeah. So when I pooped it out within the standard amount of time, I guess, and it was this big.
But you had a good reaction time?
Yeah, I have no idea.
You guys heard it. Jonathan's got a rectum to wreck him.
Wreck it, rectum?
Hell yeah.
Instead of Wreck It Ralph.
That was Jonathan's pooping update.
God, I can't believe the poop cruise was real. That's insane.
Yeah.
Looks like we're just gonna have more poop updates. You're just gonna have to bring
Okay.
a hot poop story for us every week, Jonathan.
Okay. Oh shit.
Oh shit. All right. Well, let's land this bird. Jonathan, you got anything you've been doing the past week? Got anything coming up?
Well, I'm working on getting a synthesizer.
That's right.
And becoming a magic synthesizer genie.
Hell
of beeps and boops, and it's going beep beep boop 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 beep 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 beep.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right.
I approve. I only have one show on the horizon, July 13th here in Reno.
Nice.
Comedian named Noelle, who used to run Wednesdays, or was it Wednesdays or Sunday? Vicky did Wednesdays, and then she did Sundays. I forgot. She ran one of the library mics. And now she's got a new spot. She got comedy set up at Picnic, which that's a great stage regardless of what you're doing. So she's got me booked on that. July 13th. So I'm very excited for that show. A bunch of other comedians I love should be on that show too, but I'll let them announce their time there. I'm going to be there, and that's enough. Other than that, fucking keep an eye out for a future Sad Giants album. I still got to come up with a name for that fucking thing.
Okay, what about Gramercy Tavern?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, basically, I don't know what it means either.
Don't forget to get a really cool haircut this week.
Yeah.